Good morning students, welcome back. Today we are going to discuss about applications to second order linear differential equations. Second order linear differential equations having variety of applications in engineering and technology. So in this lecture I am going to introduce about some mass spring system or LCR circuits. Maybe I am going to cover LCR circuits in the next class. So these are the two applications are there in our curriculum. These two we are going to discuss. So let's start. So it's a problem 1. A particle moves along the x-axis according to the law d square x by dt square plus 6 dy by dx dx by dt plus 25x equal to 0. So this is the differential equation they are given. If the particle is started at x equal to 0 with an initial velocity 12 feet per second to the left, so it is moving left side, so that means we have to take minus 12. We need to determine x of t. So the distance traveled by that particle at any time t, that is your x of t. So how we are going to solve this? Because it's a differential equation, initially we will try to find it out. Solution for this, analytical solution, if you see this is a homogeneous differential equation, x is 0 here. So for this differential equation we have only complementary function part, that we will find it out. So let's see. This is your given differential equation. This given differential equation I can write into differential operator form. Capital D square x 6 into capital D into x plus 25x, which is equal to 0. So we have d square plus 6d plus 25 bracket of x equal to 0. So we are solving x with respect to t. Now it's a homogeneous equation, so we are going to find it out your complementary function. So now to find the complementary function we have to consider, to find complementary function in this problem we have to take auxiliary equation without disturbing that particular differential equation. This differential equation you should not disturb. So what is the auxiliary equation here? We have to consider auxiliary equation d square plus 6d plus 25, which is equal to 0. So you have to solve this. If we solve this, we will get the roots for this d. What is the formula? Minus b plus or minus under root b square minus 4ac by 2a. If you don't have direct real roots, then you can go in this way. So that will be minus 6 plus or minus under root b square means 36 minus 4 into a value 1 into 25, this is 100, divided by 2a, a value is 1. So what we got here, this is minus 6 plus or minus 36 plus minus 100, that will be minus 64. So I can write it up under root 64 I square, I can write it up, that minus as I square by 2. So then that will comes outside. So minus 6 plus or minus 8i by 2. So finally your d value is, roots we are going to get it complex roots. When I split this, minus 3 plus or minus 4i. Okay, clear? So now roots are complex roots, so you know how to find solution, complementary solution when roots are complex roots. What is the formula? Complementary function form is standard form for alpha plus or minus I beta for this complex root. Formula is e power alpha x c1 cos beta x plus c2 sin beta x. So let's substitute here. In this case we have 3 plus or minus 3 plus or minus 4i, correct? Alpha value is minus 3, beta value is 4. Okay, what is the root? Minus 3 plus or minus 4i. This is equal to minus 3 plus or minus 4i. Alpha plus beta I am comparing with this complex number. So alpha value is minus 3, beta value is 4. Try to substitute that. E power minus 3x c1 cos 4x plus c2 sin 4x. Okay, so this is your complementary function as I told you itself. Now here we done one blunder mistake. What is that? Anybody, can you identify this? Yes, you go back and see this. It is solving for x doing with respect to t. So here capital D stands for d by dt, right? Capital T stands for d by dt. D by dt, in this place we substituted capital T. So that is the reason while writing your answer also here we should not write x. We are writing your complementary function solving for t, x in terms of t. So e power minus 3t c1 cos 4t plus c2 sin 4t. So this is your complementary function. And of course our problem itself, there is no right hand side here, we don't have anything. So whatever we are getting complementary function, that is your complete solution. So this complete solution we are solving for x in terms of t. Okay, x is equal to, in terms of t we are going to get the solution. Okay, so that I am going to write it up. Therefore x is equal to, because there is no particular integral for this problem, e power minus 3t c1 cos 4t plus c2 sin 4t. Right? Now this is analytical solution, general solution what we have with us. If you see the problem, they are given something. If the particle is started at x equal to 0 with an initial velocity of 12 feet per second to the left. Okay, so means it's an velocity. Velocity means change in x with respect to time. So they are given, what they are given, x at x equal to 0, what we have, if the particle is started at x equal to 0 with an initial velocity, with an initial velocity 12 feet per second. So it is very clear, we have to understood here, when time t equal to 0, when t is equal to 0, they are given initially x is equal to 0, correct? And initially that velocity also, initial velocity dx by dt with respect to t, that is 12 feet per second. These two are given when t is equal to 0. Initial, when the particle is started, means initially. So initial velocity also they are given. So when t is equal to 0, we have x is equal to 0, dx by dt is 12. And this is going to the left side. Going to the left side means we have to take, suppose it's a real line. So when it is moving to left side, I have to take the negative side. So what I'm trying to tell you here in this problem, Once you got the result, now we have to apply your initial conditions. Initial conditions means when t is equal to 0, then they are given x equal to 0, dx by dt, this value is minus 12. They are given in the problem itself. I am not writing any new thing here. How it will becomes minus 12? Because particle is moving to the left side. They clearly mention it is moving to the left side, right? Okay, so when this is given, so we can substitute these results here in this problem. So this we have here, this is one equation. From this equation, if I differentiate this equation, I will get it dx by dt. If I differentiate this equation 1, I am going to get it dx by dt. Okay, so e power minus 3t will be first time. I will take it as e power minus 3t as constant. I want to differentiate the inside one. C1 cos 4t, derivative for this is what? Minus 4c1 cos 4t, and next is plus c2 sin 4t, derivative is what? Plus 4c2 sin means that will becomes, it will be cos 4t, this is minus, cos means minus c1 sin 4t, then what, sorry, it is our answer, right? This is our answer. Now I have to write the derivative for this. I am writing the derivative for this. Okay, I will clear this. What we need, we have x, we can find here dx by dt. Why we are finding dx by dt? We want to apply our initial conditions. So when I am taking e power minus 3t, it will be constant first time. This is plus c1, I think this is cos 4t. Derivative for c1 cos 4t is minus c1 sin minus 4c1 sin 4t, plus for this derivative for sin is plus 4c2 cos 4t. So it is equation number 2. So we have equation number 1 and 2. Now what we are going to do in the next slide, when t is equal to 0, they are given initially x value is 0, dx by dt value is also 0. So these conditions they are given, these are called initial conditions. So I can substitute in equation 1 x equal to 0, then t value is 0. Both sides I will substitute the same thing. So from equation 1, x equal to 0, left side if I substitute, on right side e power minus 3, in place of t also 0. When x is 0, when t, initial time t equal to 0, that they are given. So I can substitute in equation 1. So cos 0 value is 1. So what we are getting, e power 0t bracket of c1 cos 0t plus c2 sin 0t. So this is 0. Cos 0t value is 1. Okay, cos 0 into t, that is cos 0 is 1. So from this we are getting c1 is equal to 0. E power 0t means that is 1. Right? Correct? Similarly, from equation 2, they are given dx by dt, which is equal to, how much they are given? I think they are given minus 12, right? Yes, dx by dt value is, this value is minus 12. They are mentioned initial velocity, which is dx by dt, going left side. So that will be minus 12. So I can substitute these values in equation 2. So this is your equation 2. In this I want to substitute when t is equal to 0, dx by dt value is minus 12. So minus 12, which is equal to, and of course here when I am applying, I think when I am applying u into v formula, I have to continue the same thing, right? This time that will be right. I have to add that, right? Plus I am applying here, for this I am finding dx by dt e power minus 3t. First time I am keeping this whole thing, I am differentiating, keeping this as a constant. Next time I am keeping this entire thing which is in the bracket as a constant. That will be, I can write it up as c1 cos 4t plus c2 sin 4t, whole thing as a common. This is derivative for this one is minus 3 e power minus 3t. So this whole thing I have to do. Just I am applying derivative of uv formula. I got this result. Now applied the first condition, when t is equal to, when x is equal to 0, t value is 0. When time t equal to 0, x is 0. From that we got c1. So next is dx by dt value is minus 12 when t is equal to 0. So e power 0t. Okay. Directly we can substitute minus 4 times. So this term is going to be 0. Right. Plus 4c2 4t, cos 4t value is 1. So that will be 4c2 minus 3 e power 0t into, here this time what will have, c1 cos 4t plus c2 sin 4t. So what I will get it? Simply I will get it, c1 cos 4t means I will get simply c1, right? Cos 4t value is 1. T in place of t I am substituting 0. c2 sin 4t, that will be 0 into c1. Okay. So here what we have, minus 12 which is equal to 4c2 minus 3c1. c1 value already 0. So from this 4c2 is equal to minus 12. c2 value is how much? What is c2 value? Minus 3. Okay. So now we have c2 value minus 3. c1 value is 0. These two values, which are arbitrary constant values, we can substitute again back in your solution, because at any time t, these variables once you find, will substitute back. We will write at any time t, we will write it as x of t, which is equal to, we can substitute these c0 and c1 and c2 values in equation 1. That will be e power minus 3t. c1 value is 0. So this will be 0. c2 value is minus 3. So minus 3 sin 4t. So this is your answer at any time t. Okay. So again, please go through that one more time if you are not understood. So be careful. It is very simple. Actually, what we discuss in this is the differential equation having some initial conditions. So first you solve the differential equation. It's a homogeneous equation. So directly we will get the roots. Once we got the roots, then we'll write only complementary function. We got the complex roots, so that complementary function is in this form, e power alpha x c1 cos beta x plus c2 sin beta x form. Now we have x, I want to find it out dx by dt also for this. The reason is, in the given problem, they are given some initial condition when t is equal to 0. When t is equal to 0, x value 0 and initial velocity dx by dt value is minus 12 because it is going left. So these two conditions I want to utilize in these solutions. So already I have x. If I find dx by dt, how I can find? Simply differentiate with respect to t, right? So e power minus 3t, this which is there in the bracket, that I am differentiating first. This time this bracket term keeping as a constant here, and derivative for e power minus 3t is minus 3 into e power minus 3t. So anyway, we have to find its derivative dx by dt. Once we find x and dx by dt, and we are trying to apply your conditions. First condition is x equal to 0 when t is equal to 0. So from this equation 1, when I substituted x equal to 0, when t equal to 0, I am getting c1 value, that is 0. Similarly, in the second equation, when t is equal to 0, dx by dt value is 12, that I substituted here. So dx by dt in equation 2, here I am substituting 12 when t is equal to 0. So when I substituted, from that I got c2 value minus 3. So both c1 and c2, again if you go back and substitute in equation 1, you will get x is equal to e power minus 3t minus of 3 sine 4t. Okay, right. So this is also one more differential equation. A particle undergoes forced vibrations according to the law. So they will give differential equation. They don't want to make you difficult. So this is symbolic form, x double dash of t, 25x of t, which is equal to 21 cos 2t. So it's something like they are given some d square plus 25d into x of t. X of t, if you want, you can write it up. Simply you take it x only. Anyway, x with respect to t we are finding is equal to 21 cos 2t. So here what is d? D stands for d by dt, similar to your previous problem. So now to find your complementary function CF, only you have to consider d square plus 25d into x, which is equal to 0. So from that you are going to write your auxiliary equation. Auxiliary equation will be d square plus 25 is equal to 0. So from this we are getting d is equal to plus or minus 5i. Okay. So what is alpha here? 0. Beta value 5. So while writing your complementary function, you should be e power 0x means 1. So 1 into c1 cos 5x plus, sorry, here it is very careful while writing your answer. In this differential equation, you are solving x in terms of t. So while writing your answer, 5t c2 sine 5t. Okay, we got the complementary function. To find particular integral, what we'll do? 1 by f of d, here d square plus 25 into function is 21 cos 2t. So what is the coefficient of t here? 2. Square it 4. Then give the sign, that will be minus 4. So 1 by minus 4 plus 25. So minus 21. So 21 is there in the numerator, in the denominator minus 21 into cos 2t. So how I got minus 21 in the denominator? We have to replace d square is equal to minus 4. So if I done, so this will be, what is there? What will be the Answer, sorry, so minus 4 plus 25, that will be plus 21. 21 will be gets cancelled, then we will get cos 2t. Okay, minus 4 plus 25, that is 21, right? Good. So cos 2t we got it. That is your particular integral. So what is your complete solution? Therefore x in terms of t, complete solution is complementary function plus particular integral. So complementary function c1 cos phi t plus c2 sin phi t, okay, plus what is your particular integral? Cos 2t, cos 2t. Now it is the time to discuss about the conditions, initial conditions, what they are given. So what they are given? Go back. It starts from the rest when t equal to 0. So we have to find a displacement at any time. That is what they are given. Okay. It's starting from the rest. So in that case, both x equal to 0 and at rest t equal to 0, both the conditions x equal to 0, dx by dt is also becomes 0, right? So to find x dash of t or dx by dt, what I will do it, I can just differentiate with respect to t. This is minus phi c1 sin phi t plus phi c2 cos phi t, then this will be minus 2 sin 2t, correct? So now you have to use the initial conditions. Be careful. So they are given initial conditions. What are those conditions? When t is equal to 0, x value is 0 and its velocity dx by dt is also 0. So this is they are given in the problem. So you can take this as equation 1 and this as equation 2. We can substitute this condition in equation 1 and equation 2. So first I will take when t equal to 0, x equal to 0. So from equation 1, x is 0 when t is 0. So c1 cos phi t, so this will be cos 0 value is 1, sin 0 value is 0, plus cos 0 value is 1. So from this c1 is equal to minus 1, correct? Yes or no? Right? c1 we got it minus 1. Similarly, when t is equal to 0, dx by dt value they are given 0. So from equation 2, this value is 0. 0 is equal to minus 5 c1 sin 0 value. T value is 0. So this term is 0 and this term is plus 5 c2 into cos 0 value is 1 minus 2 sin 2t. This value is 0. So from this 5 c2 is equal to 0. That means c2 value is 0. So we have c1 value how much? Minus 1. c2 value 0. These two we should substitute in equation 1 in this equation. Okay? To get your solution at any time t. So therefore at any time t, after substituting these values in place of c1, that is minus 1 cos phi t, and then c2 value is 0, so this term is going to be 0, plus cos 2t, So what is the value? Yeah, you should not directly call. This is your answer, right? Don't try to add it. Minus cos 5t plus cos 2t is equal to something cos 7t. It's not correct, right? So these are final answer after substituting C1 and C2 in equation 1. So let's see one more problem. It's a simple pendulum problem. So that is going to be obtain this type of differential equation. As I told you, we are not concentrating how the differential equation is forming. So simply that is the reason they will provide the differential equation to you. So you have to concentrate on that, how to solve this. It's very simple, only variables will be changed. You have to be careful what is dependent variable, what is independent variable. Based on that, we are going to solve it. So it is very clear. This we can write it up as capital D square plus W square into X is equal to F sin NT. Okay. So here this D stands for d by dt, isn't it? Okay. So now how we can go ahead this, right? We'll solve it. To find complementary function, we have to consider what I have to consider, only left hand side, d square plus w square, d square plus w square or omega square into x is equal to 0. So therefore what is your auxiliary equation here? D square plus w square, which is equal to 0. This will be d is equal to plus or minus omega I or wi. So alpha value is 0, beta value is omega here. Okay. So while writing your complementary function for alpha plus or minus I beta form, what is your complementary function? E power alpha x c1 cos beta x plus c2 sin beta x. So you just use those things. Your complementary function is here. Of course we are solving x in terms of t. So while writing your answer complementary function, this what I written here, this is the formula. You may be by hearted already by this time. So now we are solving this x in terms of t. X is dependent on t. So while writing your answer, be careful. E power 0t, that is 1, c1 cos beta value wt plus c2 sin again, right? So it is your complementary function. Let's take the particular integral. Particular integral is equal to 1 by d square plus omega square or w square into f sin nt. F sin nt. So what is the answer? In place of d square I can substitute minus n square. So minus n square plus w square, that will be your particular integral. But see back your problem. We have to determine this motion when n is equal to w. So this is 1 by d square plus omega square f sin, in place of n what I have to take n is equal to w, f sin wt, since n is equal to w, that they are given in the problem itself. You see, again I will show you, n is equal to w. So if I take this particular integral, then when I am trying to do this, minus w square plus w square, because I have to replace d square is equal to minus a square, means here coefficient of a is here, coefficient of t is here, w. So when I substituted this in this denominator, it is going to become 0. So in that case, supply 1, what is that variable? T, because here we are solving for independent variable is here t. So supply 1t to the numerator and differentiate. When I differentiate 2d into f sine omega t. So f is constant, so and t is supplied by u. So while taking this f of t, f is constant, t is supplied by 2u, and 2 is also take it outside. 1 by d stands for integration, integral of sine omega t dt. So therefore, what is your particular integral? What is your finally your answer? Yes, integral of sine omega t is minus cos omega t by omega. So that means minus f of t by 2 omega into cos omega t. This is your particular integral. So once we have complementary function and particular integral, then we have to write the complete solution. What is that? X is equal to complementary function plus particular integral. So therefore your x is, what is your complementary function? We remember this one, right? C1 cos omega t plus C2 sin omega t plus particular integral, what I got it, minus ft by 2 omega cos omega t. So this is your equation 1, and in this problem also, as usual, they are given initial condition when time t is equal to 0, x is 0, dx by dt is also 0. So we have x equation, we will find dx by dt. So dx by dt, so for this cos omega t, derivative for this, what is that? Minus w c1 sin omega t, for this w c2 cos omega t, and this is something we can consider as f by t into cos omega t, that we have to do it, right? So this is one term and this is another term. This is one term and this is another term. Both are in terms of t's. So f by 2w is constant. F by 2w is constant. In that case, if I with respect to, if I keep it cos omega t as common, it is our wish, right? Whatever we want to take it first, right? Actually, t into cos omega t is there, right? So this term will becomes as it is. This term will becomes as it is. This term is also comes as it is. Minus f by 2w. Now here what I am going to do it. First I will take t as constant, and differentiation for cos omega t is minus w into sin omega t. Okay, and this time cos omega t is constant, derivative for t is 1. Okay, right. So this is your dx by dt. Dx by dt, which is equal to minus w c1 sin omega t plus w c2 cos omega t minus f by 2w into cos omega t minus of course minus tw sin omega t. Either you can write either this first or second, doesn't matter. So we have dx by dt and we have x is also. These are two important equations to apply your initial conditions, right? This is our basic idea. I want to apply my initial conditions. What initial conditions I am given here? When t equal to 0, x value is 0, dx by dt is also 0. This is what I was given in the problem. So we will substitute these values in the equation. When t equal to 0, x equal to 0. So from equation 1, this is your equation 1, from this x equal to 0, if I substitute, 0 is equal to, this is C1, this is 0, this is minus ft by 2w, cos omega 0 value, that is 1. Okay, so what I'm going to get it? Yes, minus ft cos omega t. Okay, I will go and I will substitute those values. What I am going to get it? 0 is equal to C1. This is one thing what I have into here. This will, when t equal to 0, this term is going to be 0. This is also 0. So only I have x is equal to, here 0, if I substitute x equal to 0, C1 cos omega t, this is C1 and this is 0 and this term is also 0. So C1 is equal to 0, we got it directly. And similarly, when t equal to 0, dx by dt, they are given 0. This we can substitute in from equation 2. In equation 2, here in this place, if I substitute dx by dt is equal to 0, and c 1 by 1 sine 0 0, this is plus w omega c2, I will take it w c2 because cos omega t is 1, minus f by 2w into cos omega t, this is 1 and this is 0. So this is 1 minus 0, right? So from this what will get it? C2 is equal to, this goes to another side, f by 2w square. So we got C1 and C2. Here we are not doing a very great job. Simply we are solving C1 and C2. C1 is 0, C2 is f by 2w square. Both two again we will substitute back in equation 1. So if we substitute those in equation 1, here in place of C1, what I have to substitute? C1 value is 0. So this term is again 0. C2 value is f by 2 omega square. So I will write f by 2 omega square into cos sine omega t and minus ft by 2 omega into cos omega t. ft by 2 omega into cos omega. That will be your final answer. Just I substituted C1 and C2 in the answer. So this is the way how to solve your applications. Actually we are just solving our problems again with a different, here symbolic representations are different. So previously we solved always y is depend on x. In these problems always this may be displacement x which is depend on t. So you have to be careful while writing your answers, right? So I hope you people are understood this and take some more problems and try to do on your own. Okay, yeah.